Sesshomaru. He is the older brother of Inuyasha. He showed up. He killed, the head of this, these weak-ass humans and shit. See, he's a powerful demon, too. He's one of the most powerful demons in the land of Inuyasha. And he was after Inuyasha because Inuyasha had knowledge of where the Tenseiga was. See, their father left swords for them. He was left a sword called Tenseiga. Inuyasha was left a sword called Tenseiga. Tenseiga was a more offensive sword. And then Tenseiga was more defensive sword. And he was kind of like, what the fuck? I'm the one who runs around and fights other demons and protects, old territory that was my father's and shit. But he gave me this weak-ass sword that doesn't do shit like that. He was wondering, and he found out that, he couldn't hold that sword. But then he still tried to come back and get it because Naraku gave him an option, because in his fight with Inuyasha, he lost his arm. Kagome was there to help him out, though. He had backup from his girl and shit, so he had backup from his girl. And then Sesshomaru went and he found Naraku. He wasn't looking for Naraku. Naraku was actually fucking playing games with his dick. He's like, here, wear this, and it has a Seikon Jutsu on it. You'll be able to grab the Tenseiga. And he was right about that. That was a fact. He was able to hold Tenseiga and use it, but then, Kagome shot his arm off. And then it was useless. So then he was like, fuck, Naraku kind of lied. This ain't a permanent fix or anything. I'll have to, figure some shit out later and other stuff. That's an animal I have to kill now. And then he was after Naraku just like everybody else. But just because he, failed to, deliver on what he fucking gave him. Or what he said he could, give. Strength, though, is at 89%. Speed is at 88%. Durability is at 85%, with endurance at 84%. Intelligence is at 88%. And experience is at 92%. With his close skill at 86% and range skill at 89%. 88% for his recoup and 93 for his hacks. And 88.2 for Sesshomaru during season 1. He's a fucking demon. He's built different. He had to get help from his girl, Inuyasha did. People try to gas niggas down, but I don't do that. I know what I see in other things. He didn't even need Jockin there. Jockin just follows him around because and Sesshomaru knew some things about Jockin too. Yeah, people don't. He calls that. But I'll talk about that in another video. But you say cool on Inuyasha fans, you gotta get in the comment section and tell me what you think.